I'm going to reduce the amount of unpacking that we have to do. I'm going to leave the personal incidentals and cleaning products all in the bags. I'm going to keep the food, the dry goods. I'm going to keep those in the bag. This bucket with all the reusable bags, the spare bags that have accumulated since we've been living in Airbnb. So it's quite a bit. We get everything delivered, so. This pussy pricey. Oh, speaking of pricey, the next one will cost you. We're not gonna need any towels while we're here, because they got the towels already, so I'm not gonna pull any of our blankets or towels out. No need. So really just the clothes. The clothes are all that we're going to take out of the bags and place in the rooms. The kids are obviously going to scatter their toys everywhere, and that's fine. Does it matter which one I pick? I think the rooms are both the same size. There's not one that's bigger. So that's all. That's all. The kids are gonna want to sleep in my bed. Hey, I think. This bed is wider. I think this is a queen. Maybe. Is it? Is it? No, they're both queen. They're both queen mattresses. I don't know why this one seems wider. I did. I had to. I had to. There was no way I could sleep in there. Okay, so the heat was fucked. The stove was not working. The bake feature was gone. So I'm like, I can't make chicken nuggets. Can't fucking make anything without burning it. Like, they only had one single pan and one big pot for us to work with. So it was very upsetting.
And then we'll restart all that's 22. Okay. Oh, careful. Okay. Careful, slide. Slide like.
I don't know.
Slide.
I don't know. They won't get back to me in that regard. It's very upsetting.
I better get black, and then I think it has to be brown. Yeah, brown and black. Okay, now I get brown, black.
One more?
Oh, this is making me dizzy. I'm going in a circle. It feels like it's moving like in a circle.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get the baby. Yeah. Oh yeah. So the other Airbnb, they had a heating issue. They like the heat was completely turned off. So they were all comfortable upstairs because heat rises, right? So they were all comfortable up there. But they were completely not paying mind to the fact that there were guests downstairs fucking freezing. Like, oh my god, we had to buy sweaters and socks. I had to wear socks I'm autistic. I can't do socks. I mean, I do socks if I must, but it's upsetting. It makes me so irritable. So the heat was fucked. The stove, the baking feature, non-existent. Couldn't make fucking chicken nuggets or fries, or had to do everything on stovetop. We only had one big pot and one pan to work with. Not enough plasticware for the kids. And if that wasn't enough, okay, so I got on the phone with Airbnb. I was like, look, this is ridiculous. I'm paying $797 for the entire week. And we're freezing our asses off down here. We're getting sick. And then I was like, I'm not gonna ask for a partial refund. I don't give a fuck. They were like, are you gonna move to another place? I was like, no, I'll just rough it out for now. Because the people upstairs, the host, ended up turning on the heat. So there was some amount of compromise while I was on the phone with Airbnb. So because they decided to turn on the heat, I was like, the stove still isn't working, but that's fine, whatever. I'll fucking rough it out. I don't need a partial refund, but it just, they need to be able to fix this before the next guest gets in here, because this is horseshit. And I was like, they can use the extra funds to make the place better, frankly. So, I said it over the phone that I didn't need a partial refund. And then shortly thereafter, I discovered that the dryer wasn't even drying our clothes. I was like, what the fuck? It looked like a fairly new, like, those washing machine and dryer could not have been more than 5 years old. Could not have been more than 5 years old. So I was like, this shouldn't be like that, right? I checked the lint trap, and the lint trap was empty. So I pulled the dryer from the wall, and I noticed that the exhaust hookup was insufficient. It was not even hooked up at all. And I was like, well, that's probably why they need a dehumidifier in here. That makes sense now. So yeah, they did have a dehumidifier in the basement. The kids kept fucking with it, and I had to keep reminding them it's not their home. And but yeah, that makes sense now why they had a dehumidifier. It's because anytime the dryer was going, like, the moisture was going in the air. It wasn't even being taken out of the house. So I'm so close to the end. I'm at 66 right now. It's just super hard to defeat. Okay, I might need to use my club for this part. This part is pretty hard. There we go. Okay, there we go. You want some more? More? Yes. Yes. The way he says yes. So yeah, it wasn't even hooked up. And I understand also from experience that when it's not properly hooked up like that, and the exhaust is like bent the way that it was, I can show you pictures, but I think you guys are on, oh no, wrong phone. Here. Did they fix it? I fixed it temporarily for them. I didn't have to, but I did, because I'm like, this is really bad. But anyways, the exhaust, like the tube, the exhaust, the flexible piping thing, was bent. So it was actually preventing anything from being taken out. right? And so the moisture is just going in the air, and like any of the lint that would be otherwise like taken out by the air was getting trapped in there. So I was like, this is creating some serious blockage for your system, and that is a fire hazard. If that's a hard no. I will not. I already, like, our last living arrangement, like that with that new build that we were living in, that apartment, had like the electrical panel was a fucking fire hazard. And like how that affected me, like if you discovered that your children were sleeping directly above a fucking fire hazard, you would lose your fucking mind. Like, it's amazing. It's a goddamn miracle that I was able to keep it together the way that I did. And dispute it in a reasonable manner without fucking calling people names. You know? Like, and the way that they brushed it off, like it was just, oh, like it was some inconvenience. Like, no, that was a goddamn fire hazard. I could have been electrocuted. The same morning of the day that I had to call the electrician, okay, the first power outage out of 5 that we had that day, just that day alone, 5 outages, okay? The first one I responded to soaking wet from the shower. It happened while I was in the shower. And I had to put a towel around my wet body, go downstairs, and flick the fucking switch. Flicking that switch with a soaking wet body, I could have become the ground. Like that electricity could have flowed through me and killed me. That's the potential of the situation. I'm damn fucking lucky that's not what happened. But for somebody to just brush it off like it wasn't even a fucking problem, without considering that as a possibility of something that could have occurred. So I just, after an experience like that, like if I discover even to the slightest possibility of an electrical or fire hazard, I'm just, no, it's a hard no for me. I wouldn't even be able to sleep in there. So, yeah. I did what I could to make the move as comfortable for the kids as possible. I didn't even tell them until it was time to go. And I made it like an adventure for them. And I bribed them with ice cream. So we got here immediately, we got to have ice cream, all of us. Now I'm farting up a storm. And we're eating cheese. So. Motherfucker.